Good afternoon, children. So in the last class, we discussed about limits, isn't it? When will you say limit of a function exists? We discussed about limits. We learned about new terms called neighborhood, left-hand limit, right-hand limit. Is that no? Left-hand limit means we take left-hand neighborhood in the left-hand means we take those values which are smaller than the given number. Right-hand means those values which are greater than the given number. Is that no? Okay. So listen, children. Suppose we denote like this, limit extending to 2 minus of f of x. What is meant by limit extending to 2 minus of f of x? We are taking the limit. That means we are finding the value of f of x. We are finding the value of f of x from the left-hand side of 2. Okay, if you draw this on number line, 2, 1, 3. So we are finding the value of f of x when x is approaching towards 2 from the left side. So all the values we take for x will be less than 2. All the values we consider for x will be less than 2. Similarly, if you take the RHS, so this one we call it as left hand limit, LHL. And the other one we call it as RHL, right hand limit. Right hand limit means we find out the value of f of x from the right side. That means when x is approaching towards 2 from the right side. So all the values we take for x will be greater than 2. And it will be in the neighborhood of 2. Okay. And if left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, then we say limit of the function exists. Then we say that limit of the function exists. Okay, this is what we discussed in the last class. Okay, now take the textbook. If you take your textbook, go through the text. Okay. Okay, this is what we discussed in the beginning. Okay, the limits are important. Limits are important in finding the derivatives. Derivative means change of one variable with respect to another variable. Okay. So first look at the definition. Underline this definition, children. Note down. We say limit extending to a minus of f of x. Limit extending to a minus of f of x is the expected value of f at x is equal to a. Given the values of f near to x and to the left of a and to the left of a. And this is called the left-hand limit of f at a. This is called the left-hand limit of f at a. Similarly, limit extending to a plus of f of x. What is meant by a plus? Right-hand limits. We are finding the value of f of x for greater values of a. Okay. So limit extending to a plus of f of x is the expected value of f at x is equal to a given the values of f near x to the right of a. This value is called right hand limit of f of x at a. If the left and right hand limits coincide, we call that common value as the limit of f of x at x is equal to a, and it is denoted by limit extending to a of f of x. And it is denoted by limit extending to a of f of x. If both the limits coincide, means both the limits are equal, means then we say the limit exists. And it is denoted by limit extending to a of f of x. Okay. Now look at the next example. Illustration 1. We are given with the function f of x is equal to x plus 10. And we are finding the limit at x is equal to 5. So look at the table. Okay, the function is given as f of x is equal to X plus 10. Children, can you see what I'm sharing on the board? Is it clear? The text? Niranjan?
Yes, ma'am.
So look at the table here. Table 13.4. Okay. F of x is given as x plus 10. And we are taking the value x is equal to 5. Look at here. From the x values, it is 4.9, 4.95, 4.99. That means we are coming closer and closer to 5 from the left side. Again, if you look at the other side, 5.1, 5.01, 5.001. That means we are approaching towards 5 from the right side. So what is the left-hand limit here? Look at the value of f of x. What is left-hand limit? 14.9, 14.95. F of x is also approaching towards 15. Is that no? Both the sides, is it approaching towards 15 from the left and from the right? Is it correct, Jewel? Are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
So both are same. Look at here. Left limit is also 15. Look at the next line. It is given limit extending to 5 minus of f of x is 15. From the right also it is taking 15. So left limit is equal to right limit is equal to value of the function. Okay, f of limit extending to 5 of f of x. Then what we can say? Limit exists. Otherwise, we say limit does not exist. Look at the next illustration, illustration 2. The function is given f of x is equal to x cube. F of x is equal to x cube. Okay, for the exam, you can expect such question. A table will be given. The table will be given like this. You will be asked to write the function and the limit. Find the limit and the function from the table. So, go through all the tables in your textbook. Here, tell me, from, okay, x is approaching towards which point here? 0.9, 0.99, 0.999 means it is x is approaching to Alantina? 1, isn't it? X is approaching towards 1 from both the left side as well as the right side. Look at the right side value. It is 1.1, 1.01, 1.001. We are coming closer and closer to 1. Now look at the values of f of x. What about the values of f of x? That is also approaching towards Jyoti? From the left side and from the right side. F of x value is approaching to Jyoti. It is approaching to 1. Okay. So we can say left limit as well as the right limit is 1. In both the cases, left limit is 1, right limit is 1. So we can say limit of the function is 1. Now look at the next case, illustration 3. Is it clear? Navaneet, Renil, Aman are able to understand what I am explaining? Aditya?
Yes.
Yes. Tom Sebastian?
Yes, ma'am.
Alan Joffe?
Yes, ma'am.
Last class you are not present. Is that no?
Ma'am, I was.
Huh?
Ma'am, I was there.
You are there.
Ma'am, you took that.
So now look at this function. Third one, illustration 3. F of x is 3x. So 3 times x. So look at the value. X is approaching towards which point? X is tending to John Joes. X tends to 2. And what about f of x is approaching? F of x is approaching to 6. So from the left side and from the right side. Look at, go through each table. Okay. Each data, observe it carefully. So, okay. From here, what we can understand, from the left side and as well as from the right side, it is approaching towards 6. Therefore, we can say limit of the function is 6. Limit exists. Now look at the next one, constant function. We consider a constant function. F of x is 3. F of x is 3 means whatever may be the value of x, left limit will be 3, right limit also is 3. Therefore, limit will be limit exists. Now, the next case, we are considering a quadratic function. F of x is x square plus x. Go through it. Is it okay? Check it. F of x is equal to x square plus x. We have to find limit x tending to 1 of f of x. We have to find limit x tending to 1 of f of x. So what will be the T? What is the answer? When x is approaching towards 1 from the left hand side as well as from the right hand side, what about the value of f of x? F of x is approaching towards, it is approaching to 2, isn't it? It is approaching to 2. Therefore, we say left limit is equal to right limit is equal to value of the function is 2. Now, go through the next one. Next illustration is sin x. Sin x. We are interested to find limit x tending to pi by 2. Okay, for this, okay, we are taking some values which are closer to pi by 2 and we are taking the values which are pi by 2 minus pi by 2 plus. Actually, for this, you have one table. Okay. Log book. You have heard about log book? Logarithmic tables? Like that one. Okay. In the log book, you will be having a table for sine, cos, tan and all. One table is there. From that table only, we can write these values. Okay. So for the time being, just go through it. Okay. If you take some values, closer to 90, it will be also approaching towards 1. Other side also, it is 1. Okay, that table is not given to you. Actually, you are not learning about the applications of logarithms and all. Okay, the table is given here. Okay, from the table, you can calculate the values. Pi by 2 minus 0.1. Otherwise, what you can do? You can convert this radians, degrees and all, and you can do. Or you can use the table. From the table, what you can understand both the sides. When x is approaching towards 90, f of x is approaching towards 1. Look at the next table, f of x is equal to x plus cos x. We are finding the limit at 0. Left and right side, both the sides, we are finding the limit at 0. So table is given. From the table, you can check it and you can check what is the left limit, what is the right limit, and check whether limit exists or not. Okay, here the table is given. For the exam, for your MCQ exam, first terminal exam, table will be given. From the table, you have to find out whether the limit, what is the left limit, what is the right limit, and then you have to give the function. Sorry, not function, what is the limit? Look at this question here. Illustration 7. What is the left hand limit here? Roshan, what is the left hand limit? Left hand limit is, Roshan? It is 1. Okay. Alantina, what is the right hand limit?
1.
1. Both are same. Therefore, what we can say? Limit exists. Now look at the next function given here. F of x is equal to 1 by x square. When x is greater than 0. What happens when you take 1 by x square? If you take some values closer to 0, 1, 0.1, 0.01, and so on. Look at here. The value is getting bigger and bigger. Okay. So here what we can say, in this particular case, limit does not exist, isn't it? As x is coming closer and closer, f of x's value is getting bigger and bigger. So it is not approaching towards a value. Okay, it is not coming closer towards a value. Therefore, what we say, limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Similarly, look at the next example. Here, the function is splitted into, okay, it is the function is changing. Look at the illustration 9. Here, the function is changing. When s less than 0 means we take x minus 2. Okay, are you able to understand the difference between the 8th function and the 9th one? Till 8th question, we are given with a single function. Whatever may be the value of x, we are given with a single function. Now look at the next case. The next case, we are given with a function like this. Okay, based on the value of x. Okay, it is defined as a multiple function. We have to select it. X minus 1 if x is less than 0. X plus 1 if x is greater than 0. So like that, if we define 0 if x is 0. Okay, such functions. Okay, whenever you are given like this, okay, it is not a single function. We have to, okay, here the function is changing at the point 0. At 0 only the function is changing. If it is less than 0, whenever the value of x is less than 0, f of x is same. When x is greater than 0, f of x is same. So at x is equal to 0, there is a change happening. The function is changing. Okay. So that type of functions, for example, if you take modulus x, how it is defined? Mod x, what you have learned about mod x? It is minus x if x is less than 0, x if x is greater than or equal to 0, isn't it? Positive number means we will write as such. If it is negative, we will multiply by 1 minus sign. Okay, this is how modulus function is defined. Okay. So similar situation only it is given here. Go through it. Check it, is it okay? And go through the table and find out whether the limit exists or does not exist. So we consider only 0 because at 0 only the function is changing. Okay, we consider limit at the point 0. So look at from left hand side, when you come towards 0, what happens? When x is approaching towards 0 from right hand side, what is happening? Whether the limits are x's, what is the left limit? What is the right limit? Yes. And Mary, what is the left hand limit here? And Mary, in illustration 9, what is the left hand limit?
0.
Is it 0? Left hand limit. Look at the f of x value. You have to decide it from the f of x value. Limit x tending to 0 minus of f of x is. So from the left hand side, it is f of x is approaching towards. It is approaching towards. John Philip. It is approaching towards. John Philip is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Look at here. The table is given like this. Is or no? Here it is given. X is minus 0.1. X is approaching towards which value here? X is approaching towards 0. Okay, illustration 9. Go table 13.11. So as x is approaching towards 0, what happens to f of x? What is limit x tending to 0 minus of f of x? Anashwarya. Anashwarya? Yes? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what is the answer, Anashwarya? What is the left hand limit? Can you hear me, Shabarinath? Yes. But I'm not able to hear what you said. 1 second. The answer, Sanjana? Not Sanjana. Anashwarya? What is the answer, Anashwarya, here? Look at here. Tell me the answer. When x is approaching towards 0, f of x is approaching towards
2.
-2. Is that no? Minus 2.1, minus 2.01. So when x is approaching towards 0, f of x is approaching towards -2. What about the right hand limit? Vinayak. What is the right hand limit here?
2.
2. So here left hand limit is -2. Right hand limit is 2. Okay. Left hand limit is -2 and right hand limit is 2. So here left limit is not equal to right limit. Therefore, what we can say? Limit does not exist. Okay. So in two cases, we say limit does not exist. One, the previous illustration is where we are not able to find the limit. Second illustration is when the function is changing, where, okay, at which point the function is changing. At that point only you have to find the left limit and the right limit. Okay. Function is changing at one particular point. At that point, you find out what is the left limit and right limit. If both are same, then we can say limit exists. Here, left limit is -2 and right limit is 2. Therefore, what we say? Limit does not exist. So we say that limit does not exist. Okay. But look at the next function here. Look at the next function, next illustration. Here also the function is changing. X is not equal to 1 means x plus 2. X is equal to 1 means 0. X is not equal to 1 means it is x plus 2. X is equal to 1 means it is 0. So we are finding the limit at 1. Is that no? At 1 only the function is changing. So we are finding the left limit at 1 and right limit at 1. So we consider the values 0.9, 0.99, 0.999. We are coming closer towards 1. So whenever we take, although we are taking values very closer to 1, x value is not equal to 1. So in all the cases, the function will be x plus 2. If you take 0.9, when x is 0.9, what is f of x? 0.9 plus 2, which is 2.9. Again, x is 0.99 means what is f of x? 2.99. When x is 0.999, f of x value is 2.99. So from the left side, it is approaching towards 3. Similarly, look at the next case. From the right side also, it is approaching towards 3. So left limit is equal to right limit is equal to 3. Okay, left limit and right limit are same. Therefore, what we can say? Limit exists and the limit of the function is 3. We say that limit of the function is 3. Okay, so this is what we have learned from the graph. Okay, from once a graph is given means from the graph you can check whether the limit exists or not. That concept, is it clear for you children? Sanjana? Renil, if the table is given, will you be able to identify whether the limit exists or does not exist? Is it okay? Sanjana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt? Tom Sebastian? Is it okay, Tom? Jeez.
Yes, ma'am, it's okay.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? So this is now what we did with graph. Okay, some table is given. From the table we can, but all the time we will not be able to draw the table. So we are going to learn some formula. Okay, we are going to learn some formula. Okay, so all these things, mark it in your textbook itself. So the next heading is algebra of limits. Suppose we are given with two functions. Suppose we are given with two functions. Look at the algebra of limits, what it says. Limit extending to a of f of x plus g of x. Suppose we add two functions and we take the limit. It will be same as take the limits individually and then add. That is the first property. Limit extending to a of f of x plus g of x is equal to limit extending to a of f of x plus limit extending to a of g of x. Similarly, the next one, difference of difference of two functions is difference of the limits of the functions. Limit extending to a of f of x minus g of x is equal to limit of f of x minus limit of g of x. Similarly, product. We multiply two functions and we take the limit. It will be same as product of the limits of the function. You take the limits separately and then you multiply. Next one is for quotient of the functions. Limit extending to a of f of x by g of x. We divide two functions and we take the limit. It is same as you take the limits of the functions separately and then divide. So limit extending to a of f of x by g of x is equal to limit extending to a of f of x by limit extending to a of g of x. Okay. Then we will be learning limits of polynomials, rational functions and all. That and all we will be learning afterwards. Now, for this exam, you have only limits of trigonometric functions. This algebra we are going to learn. After that, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn only the trigonometric functions, not algebraic. Rational functions and all, we will be learning it afterwards. Okay. So write the heading, algebra of limit of trigonometric functions. Limits of trigonometric functions. Limits of trigonometric functions. Finding limit is very easy, children. Nothing is, when you do the problem, you will understand, okay, it's only this much is there. Okay. Heading, limits of trigonometric functions. Okay, for trigonometric functions only we are going to learn now. Okay, the remaining is not there for your exam. Limits of trigonometric functions. Okay, write the first one. Okay, we are going to do the problem. Okay, listen children, you can write afterwards. Sit straight. Sit straight. Look at the question. First one. Suppose I want to find limit extending to pi by 3 of cos x. Question is like this. Evaluate limit extending to pi by 3 of cos x. What you have to do here? Just substitute for x. You put x as pi by 3 and find the value. X is pi by 3, cos pi by 3. What is the value of cos pi by 3? What is the value of cos pi by 3? Align. Okay, evaluate the limit means what we do. In the place of x, you substitute that value. What is the value of x? You substitute there and you find out. So when here x is approaching towards pi by 3, cos x. So what will be the answer? It is same as cos pi by 3. What is the value? Aligned. What is the answer? Cos pi by 3. Now, okay. Tell me, what is cos pi by 3? Line is there?
Yes, ma'am. 12.
Cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is? Pi by 3 means it is 60, isn't it? What is cos 60? Value of cos 60 is it 1 by 2?
Ma'am, 1/2.
Yes.
1/2.
Yes. Yes, Elaine, what's your doubt?
No, ma'am, I just said the answer.
Okay, you said the answer.
Cos 60 is equal to 1/2.
1/2. Yes, correct. Okay. Now look at the next question. Look at your limit extending to 0 of cos x minus sin x. What we have to do? In the place of x, you put 0. So it will be same as cos 0 minus sin 0. What is cos 0? Naveen? Cos 0? Yes. 1 minus. Naveen Rashid, what is sin 0? Naveen Rashid? Sin 0? 0. So 1 minus 0, which is 0. Third one. Evaluate. Limit extend. 1. Sorry. Yes, it is 1. Yes, Shabri. It's 1. Now, next is limit extending to pi by 4 of sin x by cos of x plus okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Don't see, write it as only. Now, for the time being, you write this sin x into evaluate limit extending to pi by 4 sin x by sin 2x. How will you do this? In the place of x, you put pi by 4, isn't it? So sin pi by 4 by sin 2 into pi by 4. So it will be gets cancelled. So it is same as sin pi by 4 by sin pi by 2. What is the value of sin pi by 4? Anaga? Sin pi by 4?
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2. Rahul, what is sin pi by 2?
1.
1. So the answer is 1 by root 2. It is 1 by root 2. Write the next one. Children, is it clear? Is it okay? How we are finding the limit? Is it okay? Jyoti? Vinayak?
Yes, ma'am.
Write the next one. Limit x tending to 0 of a cos x plus b sin x. Limit extending to 0 of a cos x plus b sin x. What will be the answer? Extending to 0 of a cos x plus b sin x. In the place of x, when you put 0, what you will get? A cos 0 plus b sin 0. So it is a into 1 plus b into 0. So what will be the answer? Is it a? Now, up to this, is it okay? Is it clear? Up to this, is it okay? Now, next one, don't write. First listen. Suppose the question is like this. Okay, don't write, listen. Suppose it is like this. Evaluate limit x tending to 0 sin x by x. Suppose limit x tending to 0 sin x by x. How to do this? When we put 0, it will become sin 0 by 0. What is sin 0? 0. What is 0 by 0? What is the value? This is called indeterminate form. We are not able to define. We are, okay, indeterminate form. It is not defined. Okay. So while taking limits, whenever we get 0 by 0 or something by 0, denominator as 0, okay, 0 raised to 0, all these forms we call it as indeterminate forms. Okay, 0 by 0 is not defined. Anything by 0 is not defined. Okay, see, in such cases, we call it as indeterminate forms. So whenever we get indeterminate forms, we will apply some theorems and we will find the limits. Somehow we will try to avoid this, change this indeterminate form. Okay. So actually not now, earlier and all limits, more concepts were there. How we are doing, so many concepts were there. But nowadays it is reduced and reduced. Only you are learning only the formula. That proof and all not we are learning. Only the formulas only we are learning. Okay, so whenever we get indeterminate form, we can check any of the formula is there, means we can convert that, we can select the appropriate formula, convert it, and then find the limits. Okay, so we'll be learning 4 or 5 formulas. Okay, that formula I think we can discuss in the next period. One more period we have, isn't it? That time we'll be learning the formula. Okay. Okay, children, with this we wind up. Thank you.
Thank you.